Readers, welcome back to AdoreR. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday today. Sorry I didn't get to post a video Friday, so I'm making up for it today. And I have 5 recommendations for y'all today, and I still have some TBRs to go through and I'll share with you. So let's get started. First up is a historical by Olivia Parker, At the Bride Hunt Ball. Have any of you read this? I really enjoyed the book, and I'm just going to read the synopsis on here because I haven't read these in a while. I just got these out of my keeper pile to recommend for you all out there. And plus, if I did have read it, I'm not good at giving descriptions of books, so I'm just going to read the synopsis. To Gabriel Devine, Duke of Wolverest, the bonds of marriage are nothing more than shackles, but if he's to remain a lifelong bachelor, that leaves only his younger brother to carry on the family name. Inviting the town's most eligible ladies to an elegant ball, Gabriel is certain any one of them would be all too eager to become the next Duchess and provide an heir, leaving Gabriel to continue his ecstatic pursuit of pleasure. Her social climbing stepmother would give anything to have Madeline Haywood betrothed to a future duke, but Madeline believed the brothers Devine to be nothing more than heartless rogue, especially Gabriel, whose rakish reputation precedes him. So if you haven't checked out Olivia Parker, At the Bride Hunt Ball, check it out. I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. And if you have read it, also comment below and let me know what you think. Whether it's a thumbs up, thumbs down for you, let me know. Because you know everybody don't have the same taste. I can only do my recommendations, and hopefully I give good recommendations. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed because everybody don't have the same taste. But hopefully I can give good recommendation. And if I don't, let me know that too. Because like I said, everybody don't have the same taste in books. I can only just recommend. The next 2 is by my favorite author, Victoria Dahl. I mentioned before that I think I showed books on here of hers, but they were only contemporary. So I went and found some of her historicals that I've read and enjoyed. That's how I discovered her, reading her historical. And I'm going to recommend them to you today. And warning, her books contains very sexual content, so if you don't like a lot of sexual content in your books, these might not be for you. So let's start with the first one here, To Tempt a Scotsman. I'll read a little bit of this. After finding herself at the center of a very public scandal that left one man dead and another on the run, Lady Alexandra Huntington has exiled herself to her brother's estate and is content to manage his affairs. But the arrival of darkly handsome Colin Blackburn awakens her curiosity and her desire. And the advantage of being a fallen woman is that she can be ruined only once. To Tempt a Scotsman, Victoria Dahl. And I read her second one here, A Rake's Guide to Pleasure, Victoria Dahl also. Raised by a title yet degenerate father, Emma Jensen never imagined the gambling lessons she learned as a child would one day serve her well. When she finds herself in dire need of money, she concocts the alias of Dowager Lady Denmore and sets off to bewitch London's noblemen by engaging them in a game of chance. The fact that respectable ladies do not gamble does not intimidate her in the least, but the darkly handsome Duke of Somerhurst does, for he's awakened a deep sensual hunger in her. So I really enjoyed this one too. If you haven't read Victoria Dahl, you're missing out. You need to check out some of her books. Historical. I really enjoyed them. Next I have here is a contemporary paranormal suspense. It's Arousing Suspicion by Marianne Stillings. Have any of you read her? I don't know if I read any of her other books. I think this is the only one. I think so. I might have read it, and if I did, I probably didn't keep it, but this was one of the keepers. And I'll read a little bit of this. Detective Nate Darling has put up with a lot of weird things since he's moved back to San Francisco. Healing crystal, free-range tofu, the San Francisco Giants, but he's drawing the line at psychic dream interpretation. Tabitha March claims she can see other people's dreams. In fact, she insists she saw a murder and even provides Nate with explicit details of the crime. There's no doubt the curvaceous, blue-eyed blonde knows something, but how is she involved? Is she the murderer? Because there's just no way that Tabitha can really see the killer's dream. Have any of you read this? Arousing Suspicion? Marianne Stillings. And has she wrote anything else? Does she mostly write suspense romance novels? Let me know below if you read any more books, because I can't remember. And I like books that deal like the detective. You got the detective, and then you got the female, and she's like psychic, and he doesn't believe in he don't believe in none of that stuff, psychic and all this stuff like this. Have any of you read any books like that? If you have, put them in the comments below and let me know what they were, and because I love those kind of books. I like the books with detective and somebody, and the female is psychic, or she got some kind of power, and he was like very skeptical of it. So if you've read any of those kind of books, let me know. I would really love to check them out if I haven't already. And again, this is Arousing Suspicion, Marianne Stillings. And the last book I have on my recommendation list here is Elizabeth Wolf by Lora Leigh. And this also have a lot of sexual content in it, and if you don't like it, it might not be for you. But this is Lora Leigh, Elizabeth Wolf. I'm sure some of you out there have read her. She does that Wolf series. I got hooked, and I read all of those books, and then I just read so many because I think she's still writing them, until I just read myself out. Now they just all start sounding the same. Now I can't even get into them, but because I'll probably be wrecking some more of her books on here, because I think I read most of that series. I think this is the first book in the series. If I'm not, let me know below if this wasn't the first book, but I think it is. Elizabeth Wolf, Lora Leigh. I'm gonna read a little bit of this. Dash thought himself alone, a soldier, a fighting machine, and no more. Elizabeth made him realize he was a man. Danger surrounds the woman his soul marks as his mate, death and blood and treachery that go beyond even his worst nightmares. But he will protect her and what she claims as her own. He was created to kill, trained to do it efficiently, and only a man bound to her heart and soul will have the strength to save Elizabeth and her prized possession. Elizabeth Wolf, Lora Leigh. Let me know if you read this. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think? And next, I'm not going to read the back of these. These are just my to be read books that I have over here in a box. I'm piling them up, and I need to start reading them pretty soon. But I was just trying to find all the books that I haven't read and just put them in one spot. So I'm just going through these. Like I said, I'll probably doing TBR for a while because I got books everywhere. And first up is Lynsay Sands, The Heiress. Next is Sandra Hill, The Outlaw Viking. I like her writing. I got a couple of her books. I'll probably be doing some recommendations of her too. Sandra Hill, The Outlaw Viking. Victoria Dahl, a contemporary, Good Girls Don't. Harlequin Historical. I got this from McKay's. I see I still left the sticker on here, and it was 50 cents. And it's in very good condition. I got this from the used bookstore, McKay's. Michelle Stiles. I like her writing too. She's an excellent. If you haven't read her, y'all need. If you haven't read her, you need to. You're missing out, people. Taming His Viking Woman. She's an excellent writer. And last but not least is Rosanne Bittner, Thunder on the Plains. Have any of you read this? If you have, let me know what you thought about it. And that's all I have for today. Leave me some comments below what you think about my recommendations, and let me know if you read any of the books I have in my to be read pile. Leave me some comments below and tell me what you think about my recommendations. I can take it if it's good, bad. You don't think the books I recommended, you didn't like them. Let me know why you didn't like them. Give me some feedback. And like I said, that's all I have for today. Until tomorrow, hopefully I can get another video up for my Monday video recommendations. And until then, keep reading those romances, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Have a good evening.